It seems as great white sharks have become more prevalent in WA's oceans. However, this isn't entirely true, as the CSIRO has recently completed a 4-year study which shows no increase in the population of WA's great white sharks. How did the West Australian misreport the CSIRO's findings on WA shark populations?
The reporting made it look like we were more at risk of sharks, whereas the numbers that they gave were for an area around the coast, not only the west coast but also the south coast around to Victoria. So the numbers are not as significant if you look at it per kilometre of coastline.
Liberal Federal Environment Minister Josh Frydenberg has said that the CSIRO's study showed that there are more of this species in the west compared to the east. Is he wrong?
The numbers that they counted, as I said, per kilometre don't stand up. He is wrong in suggesting that to kill some of these sharks is going to make it easier, or make it less likely, because the sharks are territorial animals. They travel long distance. Getting one from just where people are at the beach won't make any difference. Other sharks could appear there. We have to look at other methods to protect people who are going into the ocean.
So he has also misinterpreted the study?
Not only misinterpreted, but he's actually misleading people. I think that his staff would be able to tell him exactly what it means, and it's been used to mislead people to get more stressed and upset about it, whereas there are other things they can be doing.
Based on the CSIRO's findings, what changes should be made by the WA Labor government's shark mitigation strategy?
Pretty much to continue with what they're doing, because the statistics from the CSIRO study don't change what we already knew to a great extent. It is now good that we have baseline data, so we can find out in 5 years' time or whatever if the numbers of sharks are increasing. But at this point there's nothing to say that they have been increasing other than anecdotal evidence from people who have seen a shark recently. So the things they have been doing, such as having the helicopters flying and the drones to look out for sharks, to have the website to let people know where sharks have been sighted, and then the rebate that's allowed for the shark deterrent devices, that is hopefully to be extended to other devices for surfboards in the near future. There are devices already available for people who want to do that. And people need to be aware of where they're swimming. There's a bit of personal responsibility here, because just killing the sharks won't make it any safer. Culling sharks just kills the one shark in the area where you get that shark. It also is putting baits near beaches. So in some ways it may be drawing more sharks into that area because they know they're going to get there's food in the area. And killing one shark, they're territorial. Their other sharks would fill that space. They travel up and down the coast. I think tagging and then releasing so that they can actually follow the sharks and work out where they travel and when. And then people need to learn, there are certain times that you can swim and you can't. Sharks are sensitive to the temperature of the water. They're also sensitive to when there's food sources around, so at certain times of the year when there's particular schools of fish around that they may be after. And then there's also personal deterrent devices that they could be using. There are many alternatives. As I said, culling does not make the ocean safer. The alternatives, we have helicopter or drone technology to do spotting so that we're aware of when they're near beaches. In the past, the sharks have been around and people have swum and there's been no interaction in most cases. There's no reason why that might not continue, but for those people who do swim quite a ways out, or more importantly surfers and divers, there are shark deterrent devices that emit an electrical impulse and that would deter the shark from coming toward them. So for personal instances we can do that. I understand there are other developments happening where there might be an electrical charge around an area of the beach to keep people away. Not to keep people away, but to keep the sharks away so that people can swim safely. So it's a matter of being aware. We also have there's a website that people can look at, a SharkSmart website, to see if there are other sharks in the area, and then they can determine where they want to go swimming to go to the areas where there haven't been sharks sighted.